Hej, cześć, siemano wszystkim ludzie z tej strony Caesar i teraz w kolejnym odcinku z Hooked on You, moi drodzy. Tak, ostatnio skończyliśmy na tym, że... Na tym, że co? Że oczywiście podbijaliśmy do naszej cudownej Spiritki, moi drodzy. I gdzieś z nią poszliśmy. Nie, to było ta latarnia. Potem Wraith, który jest taki... Nie, ja nie lubię, ja nie gej, ja laluś, jak to mówiłem parę razy już zresztą na tej serii, moi drodzy. Odmówiliśmy. Ja go tutaj oczywiście... propozycją wybrania się do tajemnego jakby miejsca i poszliśmy za Spiritką, moi drodzy. Także, no cóż, kontynuujmy tu naszą jakże cudowną historię, naszą postacią 6-7. Ja jestem bez koszulki, bo jest 31 stopni, moi drodzy, jest ultra gorąco i mam lekko wiatrak włączony, mam nadzieję, że nie będzie to jakoś przeszkadzało. Ostatnio był długi odcinek, więc mam nadzieję, że teraz jakoś niesamowicie długi ten odcinek nie będzie, bynajmniej postaram się troszkę może go skrócić, żeby nie było aż tak długo, ale zależy mi na tym, żeby po prostu w miarę skończyć tą serię, tak wiecie, w miarę sprawniej, może niż wszystkie moje serie, ale dobra, anyway. Oczywiście dla tych, co tylko angielski znają, seria jest wiadomo, no sorry, ale nie będę tego tłumaczył, bo to zajęłoby ultra dużo czasu, moi drodzy, sorry, no wiecie jak jest. Dobra, co my tam? Spirit walks you around a corner to show you something that she discovered in this place and knew was meant to be connected with her journey. A charity, czyli wiśniowa herbata. Boże, pieprze, tree, czyli drzewo wiśniowe. Just a small sapling, but it has begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here, in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so you just accept it. No fakty, no. A spirit step up to the tree. A cold breeze pulls some... O, jak ładnie, patrzcie, jakie tutaj kwiatki, ja cię sunę. Pills of the... bla bla bla, okej. No dobra. Zaczynamy content. Do you know... Muszę... Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossom? They are beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossom is like being at the celebration of life. People travel great distance just to be near the vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical, they are simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this reason, they are also a symbol of fleeting nature of life. Of our fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death calls attention to this special moment to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel, 6-7? Unsure? Frustrated? Nie, no frustrated chyba nie. Empowered bym powiedział. The knowledge that life and death are a cycle has always given me peace. Accepting the fleeting nature of life, like a beauty of a flower in bloom, allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next. No, też bym tak raczej odpowiedział chyba. Czy ona płacze? O Boże, sorry, nie wyłączyłem facebookę. Kto mi pisze? Okej. Zaraz, moi drodzy, teraz nie mogę. As you explain, spirit face begin to look sad to you. You are not sure why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should that matter? And then it dawns on you. Spirit has been trapped in this ghostly state of death with no hope to cycle back. No rebirth, her moment of blossoming life long gone. That scare time of death and decay that comes after the good part, that spirit, eternity. Okay. I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. You just answered from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. Once, the fallen cherry blossom represents the soul of the samurai's warriors. Those with noble characters. Nie no, muszę sprawdzić, sekunda. Those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Moment, moi drodzy. Także sekunda, moi drodzy, na razie wyciszę, żeby nie było, bo wiecie, tutaj muszę lock-in zrobić w pełni. Okej, dobra, czaję, Spiritko. Oh my.
Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and stuck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me, in my noble bloodline, my life has ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. The cherry tree is not real. Thought its peels fall, they soon replenish. It's as if it were installed here by someone.
You watch a spirit choose her word very carefully. Aha.
By something with no respect for the balance of life and death.
O dobrze, no i znowu przeszkadzają. We sorry to interrupt.
You know, we don't believe you, right?
Właśnie, yep. But this time we got a really good reason. And it has nothing to do with us manipulating by unseen force, because that's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you for that, but okay. We just here to tell you that's time for dinner, silly, okay. Get in while it's hot.
I guess it's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoy it.
No to chyba dobrze, me too. Dobra, no okej, no wiecie, no tutaj jest okej, jest okej. What a fun day you've been having. I can see the written all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just reminding Axiotus. Yeah. Excited, nie wiem. Sweet from the spending on afternoon call to psycho killers. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. This time, it's time to getting back to the business. All to nie wiem jak to się czyta, sorry. Appetizing singles has arrived for a dinner, including Trickster. O Boże, a ten co? Rife is here too, don't care. We are not going to the gag where we cram them all on the screens at the same time, so just believe me, they are all here. Okej, dobra, spoko, sexy, coś tam, bla bla bla. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong things. Congrats, by the way. You are getting this far. I am surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. Not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Rife seems like a biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution. Dobra, ja mam w dupie tego Rife'a, tak samo Trapera, zacznijmy od tego. It's a pretty small, dobra, coś tam, island, letting them, oh, bla 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 bla.
I'm sick of watching everyone gorge themselves while I'm preoccupied with, you know, trying to get some bottom of this never-ending nightmare, so tonight, none of that. I'm not really hungry anyway, so I just say we just do simple salad or something. The green kind, not that mayo kind. Mayo is gross. I'm fine with just lettuce, it doesn't have to be fancy. Not iceberg though, the thoughts. It has no... Okej, ja chcę mi się nawet czytać. Jakoś ten wrajf jest taki, nie wiem, nie potrafię tego wytłumaczyć, to nie lubię go. Letting wrajf choose was a mistake. Okej. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain. Power brokers. Wouldn't like to know about you, day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? O Boże, you had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how you will describe to the others? Say, o, jeszcze dobre pytanie. But just don't sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Push about your date. Nie no. No nie. Dobra, ja chcę cofnąć to. It wasn't really a date, more like two people avoiding everyone else, choosing to be alone, but doing... okay, proximity. O, dobra, nieważne, jednak chcę. Not exactly right. Couldn't have not said anything of value better myself.
Dobra, nieważne. Spirit is clearly happy with the way you portrait your date. No i dobra, jednak jestem gołtem. Sorry, widzicie, nie ma być, nie, to trzeba mieć ze sobą, private shit. No surprise, she doesn't like people getting into her business. No właśnie, ja też w sumie nie lubię, ale myślałem, że może nie wiem. The white to bring me to dinner, everyone eats in silence, no one trusts anyone now. They are all very tired. Oh wait, no sorry, that's a deary supernatural horror trailer set. Okej, pierdzieli głupoty. Bon appetit. Don't you mean bone? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it. Even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island, okay. Everyone eats without speaking. Tension are rising, both the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finished, White and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They are linger around you as they pick up your plate. Take your napkin and dust crumbles off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? No nie wiem, jakby... No wiecie, a jestem kind, nie? Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, blah 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 blah, follow fire pit, fire pit znowu. Told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. Okay, you can go, you have no choice. Okay, super, o Boże.
Did you have a choice on how you said it, dweeb?
Yes, and I immediately regret how I did.
Good sometimes need to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoky hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horrible afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes because of the childhood trauma involving fire.
No, ja wiem, ziomeczku. And finally everyone starts to moving toward the fire pit. Okay, well, complaining wife. Typical, tak. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire hits against your skin and wait for other killers to take the place, wondering who will want to tell you a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I'll bet they give a stunning blah blah blah. Hey, you think they are allowed? Blah blah blah. Dobra, pierdoły takie. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here. Say nothing is probably not a great sign. Oho. How cool. And now everyone is looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or we could play Charters or Boggle?
Well, we are actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story?
Oho. Wrife points his spine and skull stuff. Oho. Your duck out of the way, you know how it's thinkable, probably shoots lasers.
Try not to bore us.
We just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress.
Dobra, nie kłam. Now you can tell if you are from the fire or nervous hitting. No właśnie.
I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us alive.
He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of the Wrife 6-7 is about to important. No właśnie, get fucked. Fine, I tell the story. Dobra, no nie no, muszę, no. Czy jak oni chcą, no to kurde ciężko, nie? Sure. I'm going to tell a story. No Boże. Hope it's a mystery. Okay. Type of story you wanna tell? O Boże. Action, adventure, romance. Nie no, romance to nie. Adventure. Niech będzie. Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies, okay. Alright. You like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies. How about some adventures?
Now we're talking.
It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice.
You don't have to say that. Drive just not politely.
Okay, ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing.
Solid hobby, great foundation for a story, for sure.
You pause. Everyone is waiting with a bait. Czy ja będę musiał to wszystko wybierać? Bro. Oh wait, that's it? No much for a story, barely even thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that's all you wanna say? Bro. No, I was just kidding. So what type of story? Romance, dobra, nie wiem. I don't fucking know. Skupiłem się. I love a good romance. The soft, gentle kind that you can bring your kids to without worrying that you are really screw them up. Było dobra, zamknij łeb, no. There was once a newly elected prime minister in England who was single with quite strange for a leader of his station. Okay. Over the first few months on his tenure, yeah, nie wiem, he started to fall for his assistants, a girl from the wrong side of the track. She was so different from the other girls, brash and adorable with a hint of wonderability. Sorry. After the President of the United States made a move on her during one of his visits, he had her sent away.
I'm sorry. Did you steal this from a popular Christmas movie?
You watch Christmas movie?
Obviously. They are the only thing on the TV in December. I have all the streaming subscription, but I still really love flipping channels.
I wanna know what happened to the Prime Minister. Do they end up together and start a family? If this doesn't end in a revenge, I'm leaving.
Okay, the fuck. Oh my lord. When do people get tortured in the warehouse? Dobra, Trickster, it's not that kind of movie. Oh. O, wypierdzielaj. That didn't go well. Not fakty. Okay, that was not a very good story. Didn't mean to insult you, but you were quite bad. Dobra, zamknij tą dupę. I tried my best here, bro. So what else would you like to hear from a story tonight? You look from a killer to killer, trying to decide who might be entertaining. Proszę państwa, czy ja muszę mówić, kto może być entertaining? Wiemy, na czym ta seria polega, moi drodzy. My wiemy.
I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say, it's sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group.
Okay.
I like all good stories. I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Breed, technically I suppose The Fiancé.
Proszę bardzo.
One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were made in love and could not wait for the snow to melt. So they could join in matrimony and until their souls for eternity. Per the last bridal trance, they decide to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful shabby-chin farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning the details of wedding, two created invitations, figure out seatings, agreements, and taste 100 cakes before setting on the perfect one. They choose Lilikoi. By the way, so fancy. When it came time to figure out the decoration, however, the fiancé, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decision on such a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancé decided that she wouldn't create unique floral arrangements for their local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out where the best bloom could be found and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding, so that they be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of the flowers in the woods, she surveyed the bridge, the fiancé, since they had not yet been married, become obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so that she could choose the absolutely best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancée told her husband to be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her routine, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before, and just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancée ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up the flower after flower. And every time she did, she noticed just further ahead impossibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the fiancée crept further and further into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a messy fallen tree trunk and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripped, dying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where peace had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew, now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark into a shadowy glen, and she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathering at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere here to be seen. Her friends, family, and love being to look for her, but to no avail. They searched at pasture, the tree lines, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful white flowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stared at fiancé for eternity, always wondering, looking for the fresh blossom to clip, but never finding them.
Distracted by never-ending search for a perfect, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Oh, out there all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad. It's just like someone we knew. Okay. No, maybe. How was a story time? Talk of people, blah blah blah. Okay. When you think it's end of sequel, almost never rewarding as the original, and that's why I'm much more a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. You know, a series that take a pressure individual, greater sense of the community between audience and creator. Tell me, 6-7? If you could delete any sequels from the existent, what it would be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. Okay, super zajebiście, mordo. Just make sure. Okay, yeah. Good forbid. My small blah, 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 romantic twilight moment, yeah. Right, I'm gonna shot you. Dobra, pierdzielą głupoty. Ja tam ich nie jestem fanem ich. Okay. You have fun tonight. And try not to end up dead. Wink wink. Mocne. Why did you say words wink wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting with the end up dead thing? Out is physical. Okay, interpretal of winking. People are disciplined criminals with a... Okay, super. Well, except for Spirit, she really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a... No właśnie, właśnie. O nie.
Did I hear somebody trash talking spirit? Deal me in. What do you say? We take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast the ghost with some killer hot takes.
Please, enough of burns, things, a little of getting blizzard. It's enough that this activities have to be set next to a literally fire. Must I be surrounded by figuration flames as well? No, tam czytam już go, bo ja go nie lubię, wiem, sorry, nie, ci dwóch to get fuck out. What if we turned and ran as far away from this place and we could just, you and me? Oho, dobra, no czyli przecież to ja nie wiem, się zastanawiacie? On these blinding legs, you're probably tired before you're getting too far. It's running away to someplace more secluded, 6-7. Is after they are should obviously join me. Have you seen those legs? Pure power. Not that my walk spread a reflection of my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice. It's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so corporation can swoop in and sell your fake solutions with all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced with the fumbling thoughts. A public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their games anymore.
It's like she actively trying to be unappealing as possible. Does it really turns anyone else or just me?
Despite Trapper, Stability, Appetite, bla bla bla, nie, ja wiem, że ja czytam to źle, moi drodzy, większość, ale you know.
If you couldn't, I don't know, just pick one of maybe we couldn't all move on our lives or you know, some special projects we might have going.
You heard him, who would it be? I'm just saying, you may not get ton chances of date, okay. Satisfied with with that name. Either, okay, TV dating show, okay. Which killer you pick? And yes, we are back to Trickster because not the guy. Oczywiście, że wybieram Spirit, moi drodzy. Spirit?
Oh, you pick me, yay! Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company and I love the idea of winning over these killers at all cost, even when I hate the games and the price. But I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectation, gritting my teeth as I imagine sweet, sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying, but too bad. You know, you won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess.
Okej, dobrze, no trzeba poznać, moi drodzy, oczywiście, że trzeba. Co ci tu robią? Dajcie mi święty spokój. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted booze. Who's ready to get wasted?
Well, I don't drink, so not me.
You really don't drink ever? Is that like because it will just fall out of the hole of your stomach or?
I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is a poison of the body and the mind. And I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time thing.
Fakty. Then why did you choose a mixology lesson as your romantic night directive? Oh, okay. Everyone knows that's kind of date excuse, bla bla bla, dobra. It's not a single person had learned anything. Tak. Dwight, now that's not true. You learn how to cherry, no, pierdoły. Wow. Your order soda splash a private business because of menu. Welp. Lubię welp. I know what I'm drinking to forget night.
Mixology? It's a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have your all knows that. I worked at restaurant before I was violently executed.
By your father. Oh, warm your blood vengeance. Right, okay. How about you, 6-7? Do you drink? Stay sober. I've got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm gonna pass. O, no właśnie. O.
Here, alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun.
Czyli to ona tutaj reluje bardzo ogólnie, muszę przyznać akurat. +1. You watch as Spirit pick up a plump cherry and stabs a little plastic sword through it. Cherry juice splatter everywhere and it's a little fruity. Guts flop out of Spirit lap.
Oopsie. One of the upsiders of wearing black, it's hardly show stains.
No take back size. So, lovebirds, what shall we make? Fancy beer, zombie, Bloody Mary, Dark Stormy. O Boże, skąd je wejść? Zombie, fancy beer, Dark and Stormy. To. How about the drink, Dark and Stormy drink for my Dark and Stormy date? Okay. O, proszę, bardzo.
Oh, okay. That one is a cute.
Please allow us demonstrate how a Dark and Stormy is made. First room, or in this case room exact, and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice, and then fresh ginger beer is added in. Garnish with a lime wheel, and drink. The end. Do you think you are up to challenge of replicating this recipe, 6-7? Replicating rum substitute, nie wiem jak to się czyta, substitute and ginger beer over ice. Don't forget them lime wheel. Dobra. Rum and ginger beer over ice with a lime wheel. Not sure I appreciate your tone, but yeah, you got it. Natural scissors, okay. Don't you dare. Spirit seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips her Dark and Stormy. She not even rolling her eyes and your pretty behavior. Okay. Uncle, a little Dark Storm begins to make its way from the ocean. You taste your own Dark and Stormy as you watch the clouds approach. It's quite refreshing.
Isn't this fun?
Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun I had since I got here.
And since you pick a simple but delicious drink, we've got plenty of time left to relax. Wanna make out a little?
Okay. You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately being coughing. Before you can say yes out. Okay, co my tutaj mamy? Lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. The fuck? The activity ends as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. Excuse me? Okej. Tu się odpieprza, moi drodzy. Ile mam minut odcinka? Muszę sprawdzić. 34. Co? Trzeba kończyć, moi drodzy. Jezus. The gangs all together again. On the voyage. Ale chyba dobrze mi poszło. Jestem zadowolony. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That because it was, or feels like I've been here a lot longer than that actually. Late sun already beginning to rise. Better get someone that means you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation. No, nie wiem jak to się czyta. Of preparation, dobra. Good things you are really used to your time as well since then. Really getting to know the gang. The brain, the moguls, the basket band, blah blah, romantic bunny girl, you know. Tak. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for the new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see what 6-7 choose. Who's ready for the round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the drama date they have planned for you tomorrow. Tu Państwa, już wiem i tak co biorę, doesn't fucking matter. In no particular order, which is weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Wraith, wouldn't you go first? Oh Boże, stop talking. Sorry, anyway, Wraith. Well, I don't know. I really prefer to just tell 6-7 privately. I don't really know it's going to work, this game's mechanics. What if you just whisper to 6-7? Wraith considered for a long time too long. That's fine. What movie? Blah blah blah, okay. Tomorrow we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special, the kind of thing where we will really bond and maybe finally get off this island, and maybe that we can go on a real day. Nie, kolego. You done? Is that it? Right? No, sprawl. Trapper, o Boże. Pushing barriers, blah blah blah. Inward even also large meta narrative of Dead by Daylight dating experience.
Why, yes, thank you. I'd love it. I love to. So 6-7, you're thinking of picking me? Well, it's your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement.
Ciekawe.
If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if not, you are a maggot. Also, everyone can confidently sexy ladies in a rabbit mask. Better stay the hell away from my yacht.
Great, Huntress. Why don't... Okay. Tomorrow morning I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone.
What was that?
Nothing, go away! Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involved hunting for treasures. What kind of treasure we're looking for? I guess you have to pick me to find out. Let me tell ya, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've gotta start preparing because it's clear already that you are going to pick me. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Hit us, spirit. No witam, koleżanko. You gotta watch the words. Tomorrow, you'll spin in the face of God, die and be reborn anew. That's it. We're not intrigued by that. I don't want you to go through Art of the Trapper or dig whatever mysterious, okay? I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to specifically blah blah? All of them. Okay. So hydrate tonight if you indeed to hang up with Spirit. Proszę Państwa, ona jest taka, wiecie, że ona takie, on tylko nas bejtuje, teasuje ta Spirytka. To nie, ja wiem, ja znam, ja wiem o co chodzi. And time up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about this option, so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now, go dream about all, blah blah blah, okay. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how we could forget. Before you run off to slumber peaceful, there is one more thing to do. No, really survival dating... Co? Oh, sorry, fuck me, skipnąłem. Hold up! This has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were here. Tak, tak. Welcome to the Murder Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. O Boże, proszę Państwa. You can't kill a killer, but
Can you break their hearts? Do you dare to even try? You mean... That's right, tomorrow one of the sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on date. Who it's gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic. Because it's surprising. Because it's a class reveal of fate. And it will hurt someone feeling someone dangerous. Okay. What is gonna be? What you proceed? Okay. Trapper seems like he might throttle you in the sleep when you eliminate him. Okay, Spirit could be anywhere, she floats, ale to mnie don't care, przecież ja wiem, kogo ja tutaj wezmę, nawet nie muszę tego czytać. Huntress might be pretend to be okay, but the start to be okay. What I'm trying to say, I don't envy you, boss. So which self-recording eliminating? Oczywiście, że Wrive. Sorry, ale peace out Wrive achievement. Look, I'm here and I'm horny. O, okej, ciekawe no. And I'm not really getting positive reinforcements from your Wrive. Who? Please don't take this personal. It's just my opinion of you and who you are and what you about the deep down as a person and how I don't like it. Like give me something, you know, a kiss, a wink, hold my hand, fishing, tell me about all this mysterious stuff you're obsessed with. Or better yet, don't. Okay, Tyler, call me to exit. Before he leaves, he turns to you. When you came here, I thought perhaps you would be different. I don't know how my last bit of hope in humanity hadn't been snuffed out, but it wasn't. It is now. You are just like the rest of them. There is no hope of godness here. The only thing I can do is try to escape. Or burn everything and everyone or to the ground. He leaves. Pretty badass exit. Was not expecting that. Tam pierdzieli głupoty. Now that you've broke or hurt someone heartless, you shouldn't go to the shut them up, okay? Don't worry about, okay, spoko. Because of course, I will be receiving a prize that might not get to go home with 6-7 when it's all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we are standing our eliminate, okay. No Boże, co to ma być? To jest pieprzona poduszka. They own mostly a new trickster body pillow. Next beside trickster might hack your back, blah blah blah, because I've tried it. Okay, Product approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, 6-7. You are my hero for what are you accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what have you done? No, what you've done. Not because guilty, I mean, you know... A wysrane, ja nie czuję się guilty żaden. How can you sleep tonight knowing that you do tomorrow? I don't know how to blah blah before Dwight and Claudette putting sleep themselves. Pierdzielety jakieś. Dobra, czyli musimy mieć wybór. Well, that's... Co, gdzie jestem? That was crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of a game. Let's check with everyone... loser, everyone deserves send off. Aha, siema. Well, see how things go tomorrow. I suppose I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seems all excited and devil may care, but the truth is I'm really pessimates my heart at heart. That tends to happen when your mother is cured by the elk, tak. Okay, co mamy? Yeah, how did you know? Oh, wild guess? Okay, bro. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over that tree, and I feel peckish, okay. A ten co tu jeszcze robi? I know, I said things when 6-7 kicks me to the crabble. Just want to say I'm embarrassed for how I act. Know what I said? I stand by it. I want everyone here to burn.
How would I say things are going? It's matter of perspective. It's 6-7's goals to impress me. Things are going poorly. But it's 6-7 goals. It's to get themselves killed by their doing an amazing job.
Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. That's the volume of words I spent talking about how much I don't care about things significant a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard and validated by those around me? Nah.
Wait. No Boże. What? Przepraszam bardzo. No ja don't know a part of this confession. It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, it's kinda wishing I wasn't so busy right now. I'd be definitely down. No dobra, nie wiem, czy gadasz, but I've got a new album upcoming, finalized, blah blah blah, blah stories on my 10, tak, and FTL, crypto doing over 10, don't care. My dudes, you gotta come check it out, IP Island, it's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out, fully licensed, no legal drama, lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone what that trickster said about them, don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from the pop culture, okay, on the island. Hopefully can't even mention them like okay, don't say it. No, okay. Popular and the band, okay. Ghostface. Come on. Whatever. I don't even care. I'm the trickster. See you around, 6-7. You too, narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Właśnie. Yes, seriously. Not playing, okay. Aha, no co raci? Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're blah 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 water in the chair. What's a chair? It thinks you are getting all wet, now we are gonna smell like a middle. Okay, rude. Co ja robię ze swoim życiem? Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do you checked in? Checked in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall of the left. It's okay, never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? A Boże. Not you too. This wasn't no właśnie confession. Ja już chcę koniec tego odcinka, dajcie mi żyć. It's okay, we don't have a confess anything. We just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. Oh, how is that you know? What? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased by yourself. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's gonna be? Are they glue in the 2nd grade? Boże. Watching Vrive get eliminated was just a first time. It's an unending spiral, okay, of the... Oh, skipnąłem, fuck me. Every minute that I am alive, it's a nightmare. The place, the sun, the sweet sugar drinks. It sounds fun for a long week, but for an eternity. The unrelenting riff of the crashing waves and wailing seagulls. Okay. Why I am here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentiment begin? Okay, pierdolenie jakieś po prostu. Make it so it was never born. Lack of his shirt and explain so free and please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't wanna go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I have to wake up. Okay, no fakty. Yikes. That was weird, fakty. Oh well, we are gonna do. Let the camera roll along. Tak. Achievement get. 2 days in paradise. Okej, nie wiem czy dało. Ciekawe, dobra. So hit the day. Okej, czy ja idę spać? Jest koniec odcinka. W końcu ja pierwsze. Dobra. Nie, tutaj kończymy, moi drodzy. Saveik, pyk. O Jezu, dzisiaj czytanie, to powiem wam, że... Jeszcze raz saveik, bo nie wiem czy zrobiłem. O Jezus, dobra, jest chyba okej. Sorry, Wrajfik wypierdzieliliśmy na zbity pysk. Jest jak jest, moi drodzy. Tak trzeba żyć. Także moi drodzy, to tyle, jeżeli chodzi o odcinek. No chyba dobrze tam idzie, mam nadzieję. No oczywiście jesteśmy krewetką w stosunku do ciągle Spirit, jak i... No to się nie zmieni, moi drodzy. Także ja się żegnam. Widzimy się w kolejnym materiale, moi drodzy, z Hooked on You. No na pewno w tym tygodniu jeszcze. Nie, w tym tygodniu, nie, w następnym, bo teraz sobota, niedziela to spornicy, także anyway. Ale dobrze, dziękuję za oglądanie, moi drodzy. Widzimy się w kolejnych materiałach do następnego. Zapraszam na live'a, link w opisie, dzisiaj będzie village kolejny, także pa pa.